Hei visi, sveiki sugrįžę į Fallout 4. Taigi mes atvykom į institutą ir tėvas atidarė liftą ir sakė užeik. Kažin kieno tėvas. O, wow. Kas čia vyks? Ai, uždarė liftą man.
I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Bet žiūrėkit, gerai įsikūrė, eit savo.
This is the reality of the Institute.
Kaip švaru pas juos.
These people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can shape the future.
Labai gražu.
It's never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those
O ne,
above
man į kalėjimą sėdžiu.
ground.
Ai ne.
We can show them what
Nei vieną sargybinį nemačiau.
but for now,
Na aišku, čia nieks dar pas juos nebuvo atėję, nelabai supranta, kam tie
there's too
sargybiniai.
much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific,
Liftų daug.
very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Aha. O. Sūnus man.
It's stuck. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
O. Sūnau.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Ne taip jau ir ilgai.
Who are you?
These bad people, they stole you from me.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Those bastards, they took you from me.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Damn it.
Father?
Sean, open
Father,
the
help
door.
me! He's trying to take me. Father? Father, help me!
Va, atein. Nori muštis, ką? Raunis?
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Oba. Ką padarėm?
But disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli.
Robots?
Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father.
Matau.
Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean, the real Sean, right now!
I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am
Meluoji. Negali.
your son.
Čia tik, kad tavęs nežudyti.
Bullshit.
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun.
Šiaip tai gali būti.
Lost.
Viską gali
But
būti.
then you learned that your son
Nes
was
laiks
no
labai
longer an
greit.
infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years?
Bet tas pats vyras, kuris paėmė vaiką, dar toksai
Here I am,
nibiškai nepasenęs.
raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today.
Oho.
I am their father.
Ir dabar reikėjo kursorius
Through
padaryti,
science we are family.
kad išgaudė tos
The synth is
synths.
me and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg, he worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum.
Na, galbūt,
The
galbūt.
Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Bet dabar pagalvokit. Kaip buvo pasaulis atrodė prieš bomba. Visur buvo švaru, robotai tarnavo. Nu, tie. Turėjom robotą, darė valgyti, vaikų rūpinasi.
Are you following?
Žodžiu, robotai padėjo mums. Jie, institutas kaip ir bando visą tai atkurti, bet viršutinis pasaulis bijo pakeitimų. Nu, kaip, maždaug čia kaip žmonija visada. Taip. Niekas nenori didelių pakeitimų, todėl sunku tai padaryti.
Too overwhelmed?
Bet aš manau, aš su jais.
It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized
Va,
Commonwealth
matot.
government.
Sakau, bandė jie sutvarkyti, bet jiem nepavyko, nes jie
It
priešinasi.
was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you.
Nu, tik tai, kad sins ten dirb
Give me
nesąmonės.
time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Nu, dar apie mamą
Mother.
paklausiu.
She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Taip.
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
Is all that really necessary? What's there to learn?
For now, it is enough that you understand that the Institute really is devoted to the betterment of humanity. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience.
O, Bioscience, man reikia nueiti duot dar ten serumą paimti. Nemanau, kad šiai daly spėsim, bet jeigu spėsim, paimsim. Ha, gerai. Oi, gražu buvo čia. Čia tavo, kur čia išėjimus, palauk, aš pasiklydau, atsiprašau. O. Šon. O, va, laiptai, gerai. Fall damage aš turiu, čia ne aukštai galim šokti. Bum.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Hi, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be.
Nežinau, ar
I'll give you a
greit
quick
meną.
rundown of
Nepažįstu dar jo.
facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Jo.
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get
Ne,
yourself
dėl,
acquainted.
ne tik dėl to, kad jis lyderis.
Plenty of
Man
things you
kaip
won't find topside. If there's anything
jų
else you'd like
tokia,
to know about the facilities division,
aš kaip iš praeities patink... Palauk, nesiklauso. Jo.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here long?
the construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists.
Pasiklausysim.
The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
Abejoju. O. Kaip gražu eiti savo. Kur čia man eiti? Ne. Va.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
We don't usually...
Šitą einam. Čia biolab, ne? Jo, bioscience. Gerai, man čia reikia. Surasim... Dar gal spėsim paimti. Dar šiaip daug laiką turim.
Rosalind is as smart as she is beautiful. I just wish I could get her to notice me.
Sliding door, čia tiesiog paimti. O, jie turi beždžionių!
Gorilla project is showing promising results.
Hey there.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Wow! Beždžionių tur! O, juk tu savy!
Liam's been trying to teach me robotics. It's more complicated than I thought.
Bye.
Dr. Watson doesn't think I'm Institute material. I'm gonna prove him wrong.
Kur tas mokslininkas ten kažkur?
At least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
Also.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Matau, beždžionių turit, kažką išdirbinėjat.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas.
Yeah.
They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed.
Oh.
Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in
Iš
its
pradžių
early
patikėjau.
stages, but the prospects are very exciting.
Aišku, bet kur jie
I'm
tokių
sure I've
gauna,
taken up
čia
enough of your
reikėjo
time as
pagalvoti.
it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
Čia dabar visi klausinės.
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great.
Nu, aš jau turiu gerą kostiumą, tai manau,
In any case,
grinai dar chromuotų šarvus
or if you
pritapsiu
prefer,
prie
I'd be
jūsų
happy to answer any
chromuotos
questions you might have.
patalpos.
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong.
Nu, tai tokias gorilos ir yra.
Their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Tai buvo paleistas, ne, kaip suprantu. Man reikdavo surasti. Kažkur čia, sakė, turi būti. Kiek lūta. Prasinešiu, žinokit, Aš čia kol surasiu. Kas čia. Kažkas naujesnė. Senesnė gal. Kompiuterį mačiau. Kokį keisti kompiuterį pasakyti, O! Radau.
Won't be able to hack this.
Master. Damn, son.
I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
Bandom čia, gal, nueisim. Tik nesakyk, turėtų būti kits praimti, nes nemanau, kad Master reikia. O, gal čia. Ne, čia. O, dar vienas. O, čia turbūt. Spastų pridėję. Čia jau kažkas įdomaus. A, jis gal čia slaptai dirba? Išdaužyta viską. Palauk, tai... A jie gal nenorėjo, kad jis dirbtų ant to? Gali tai būti. Nes jeigu gaudė, tai kažkas įdomaus vyka. Čia nieko nėra. Ale turiu tu prisistatęs. Pastebėjau. Eik tu šykdavo, kiek atgal nueis. Pasirodo, stiprus suskiai. Man reikia pajėst. Energy resistance. O, labai gerai. Užrakintų durų pilna. Oho. Girdi, gaidy. Ne, išaustoj. Sunkiai čia buvo su juo. Jei bottle caps. Įsisaugom. Fuck. Dar neturiu kompanioną. vadinasi, daugiau nieko nebepaimsim.
Nice.
Daug užrakintų durų.
That's it.
Krauja dar pilna. Oho. Man norėčiau pažiūrėti kameras, jeigu čia tokių yra, kažkai buvo. Super. Ne, kačiukas! Cat meat, wow. A jau iki tokių dalykų nusiritom. Ot kokie užbarikadavo. O. Turret control. Reikia išjungti turretus. Kiek? 2 lika. Čia kas nieko nėra. Wow, oho. Gražiai padirbėja. Viens pabėga.
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22, 24. We just received another batch of subjects, but as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help.
Oi,
the two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board. Exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
Čia tas pats gal, ne?
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist?
O. O, tai mes čia taip ir galvojau.
Then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone,
3 levels of
know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come.
Norėjo jį išjungti. Per daug. Nežinau, ko jums nepatika. Kad jis vienas dirba, turbūt.
I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So,
Advanced systems.
and if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken,
Tai čia ginklai.
mercy on us all.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Širgi noriu.
Hey there.
Yeah?
Hey there.
Oh, for goodness sake, I can't find my notes anywhere.
Nu, čia ne mano problema.
Excuse me,
Rush work
doctor.
is sloppy at best and deadly at worst. Since you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures. And the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
Gal ratais nebevaikščiasi po mane? Girdiniu išnis.
You sound like my 5th grade math teacher. I hated that woman.
I doubt her rules were a matter of life and death. Fail to follow protocols in one of our labs, you could end up with a serious injury. Or worse. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
Sure, whatever.
Take care then.
Aha. Einu čia. Labas.
Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
Neturi jokio taiginių.
Nobody can memorize a dozen blueprints.
I didn't say it was easy, but I've been practicing at it since I was a little girl. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
Dabar pagalvoju, taip įdomiai skamba. Aš esu tėvo tėvas. O! O! Blemba! Išmėsiu dar džonką. Nieka priešo, ne moteriškai. Blemba, dar reikia išmėsiu. Fluota, ne? Va. Čia. Lauk, dink iš man iš kelės, čia matau įrangas geru. Oba, oba. Čia gal geresnį, pistolets. Synth relay grenades. Nežinau, ką čia daro jos, bet tegu ne. O. Davai, pašaudai, aš moku dodžinti. O, kur mes einam? Ką čia?
Excuse me, doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
I get the impression you don't want me here.
What I want, in this case, is largely irrelevant. Father gave his orders. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Nebereikės man to aparatą.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Tell me about the people in your division.
I'm not sure what there is to say. Dr. Watson is the Specialist Project's lead scientist. He's, how to put it, very organized and precise. Dr. Ormond is one of the youngest scientists in the Institute, and she's something of a prodigy when it comes to physics.
Tai viskas, ne? Čia vadinasi dėjai. Paklausom dar.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive but exhausting. I think we'll need a break. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good.
Sin.
The responses map almost identically to expectations. Some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not
O, jie turi gynybas.
none of his memories are in there.
Bet jaučiu silpni, kaip šūdai.
It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the
Oh,
once or
šūdas.
twice. Just a second or two.
Atsiprašau.
He's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence.
Blemba, kad tas ilgai
If I was slightly
šneka.
more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Doctor. So, here you are.
Here I am.
Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest.
Nu pažiūrėk, kokią įrangą turiu. Iš kur tokia nepasitikėjimai? Chromuoti, kaip ir jūsų visi dalykai. Nevogiau. Pirmas dalykas.
Precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute.
Nebekurkit tų robotų, viskas bus gerai.
Combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need
Aš
something else,
profesionalas moku valgydamas maistą gydytis.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Puiku.
Carry on, sir.
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a...
Tai kaip ir baigiama, ne? Dabar pas tėvą man rods grįžti. Man patika čia su jumis paplepėti. Da pašaudžiau biškį, pagadinau aparatūrą jūsų. Varom pas tėvą. Oho. Kažne.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Sometimes Quentin is really
O, čia vaikų dar yra.
but my mom says I have to be nice anyway.
Gerai.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Dėt turiu baigti šią dalį čia, bet nesijaudinkit, nauja diena išaušinė dalis. Na tai sudė.